Take it slow. Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Discussion about something that I don't know if it's doing my head in or not. I don't think it helps that I'm stressed at the moment because I have an assessment coming up to do with being unable to work because of the school situation and because of my PTSD, different other things. But also I've got an assessment coming up to do with my PTSD help at some point, and I've been sat on a waiting list, so that's stressed me out. So I don't know if this is actually stressed me out or not, but I seem to get asked and kind of things mentioned, like regarding whether, like, still that people are still being uneducated to do with PTSD. So if I mention it to people, some people will still say, "Oh, were you in the army?" And the other thing is that they kind of still kind of think that kind of in the back what they're kind of saying, they're trying to say it in a nice way, but they're kind of saying like, well, what can you have gone through that was that bad compared to people in the army to have PTSD? So, the first thing I'd like to say is that any bad experience can turn into PTSD. Whether that's a car crash, whether that's violence, whether that's any kind of traumatic experience can turn into PTSD. So like say if someone's on a roller coaster and nearly crashes or nearly comes off, then that person could have PTSD, and any kind of sounds, hears, flashbacks, nightmares, anything could be to do with that. And the second thing is that many people don't realise, because I don't talk about this side of my PTSD and my life, that bit of it, is that I'm only willing to talk about this now because I've got to go through assessments, different other shit, and I'm not fucking afraid about shit. Obviously people know I grew up in a violent household with a drunk. I learned to understand when he was drunk, when he wasn't. I had to become a man very fucking early, and there was a few times when he tried to do sexual things to me as a child. I smashed him with a pool cue, and I did something else another time. There's also memories that I'm trying to get answers for regarding different stuff back then, and I was just brought up around violence and shit. Then I saw my friend die in my arms, and people say, how have you got it though? So this is a Q&A part of my vlog video. I've been asked a couple questions, but I'm also going to go through something else that I got yesterday and discuss a few different things with that. So, first question is, what's your favourite exercise for each body part? So, each body part, I do push-pull legs at the moment, but I will go through them. So, back's hard. For a sheer kind of strength part, and I am actually feeling it a bit more in my back and everywhere a bit more, is a deadlift or a rack pull. But for sheer connection to the back, I've always had a bit of a crap thing, is a single arm row on a machine. I've got pretty good with that, got heavy with it, to 5 plates each side. Yeah, I find that's good kind of for the connection with it, with the back, purely for the back. But for the sheer strength, deadlift or a rack pull. For chest, I reckon what do I feel the most? I reckon a seated fly, machine fly or a cable fly, purely for the control, feel, connection. If you train that right, if you don't come too far back and take it off, and if you kind of keep the tension and squeeze there and then come out and stop and make it even harder, I feel that's a good one. For short, can't even talk. For shear, strength kind of side of it is purely pressing movements, dumbbell or bench. Shoulders. I've been a very kind of advocate with shoulders for. Mine has always been lateral raises, purely to make the width and the kind of the side delt pop. But I'm kind of going more as I'm trying to progress my strength, progress everything through. For me personally, at the moment, just a press, just a pure press at the moment, trying to work with either like a Smith or a seated press or a dumbbell press, trying to progress that to get more strength. Just purely because progression with me is obviously progression with weight and everything else to create muscle and keep muscle, everything else. Right, what we've done: back, chest, shoulders, biceps. The thing what's working for me at the moment, my favorite exercise is just a drop set on the seated curl machine, and I just do 10 kilo plate and then 5 up to like 6 or 7 plates every set, every 10 reps or however many reps you can get. Drop a plate off, go again and again and again, do that 2 or 3 times. Bicep is on fire. Triceps, normally it's just like a double rope pull down, so you come down, but then with a double rope you can kind of pull it outwards when you come in to kind of target that even more. But as I'm trying to progress power, strength and everything, and weight and everything else, at the moment for me, I would still say it's that. But soon, I reckon my favourite exercise is probably going to be a skull crusher again, because I'm trying to progress that to just get sheer power, strength. Legs. My favourite exercise at the moment, which is going to be kind of weird because I have had loads of favourites, is one I am actually loving to progress with, as I was not progressing in it, is leg extension. Was because I was getting to full stack and not really doing anything and thinking, oh, I'll just carry on with this. So I started doing band and full on pushing it till my legs are like shaking, and progressing that as much as I can with that band. And yeah, I reckon that's my favourite for legs at the moment. But I'm hopefully going to change that into a squat, because my squat form, and I think the mind to do with heaviness, was very poor. You will find out why. I am going to be changing different things in my kind of training, etc. in a moment with another question that I've been asked. Calves, I just kind of target them in 2 different ways in a week: heavy and a lot more reps in the second one. And I just either just do seated, standing, that it's one of them things. I don't really need to progress that because my calves are quite good. What's the other thing? For hamstring, with hamstring for me at the moment, it's 2 things. I have 2 favourite things. One, for sheer trying to get my hamstrings to fucking grow more, is sheer heavy ass straight leg deadlift, Roman deadlifts, whatever you want to call it. And the second one is at the moment is a leg press one, and just going to sheer failure on that and getting your hamstrings to full on feel it. Right, next question is, if I have protein drinks, diet ones, will they help with weight loss? Well, I did answer this person through message, but I will answer this as well. My opinion is that protein shakes and everything else is just to get your protein level to a level that you should be hitting for your goals. So my opinion is, if you can hit your protein goal without protein shakes, you probably don't need it. But they are handy to have, and they are useful in a way when you are cutting to kind of just have a protein shake and have a bit lower calories, etc. But if you are looking for a protein one, I would not just go for diet, because that is more kind of a sale aspect. Is what you want to be looking for really for the best kind of protein really is kind of a combination of two or one, and I will explain what's in one of them, what I use, but also another one what I used to use when I was dieting very hard. Right, so this is one very empty, as I love this flavour, and it's really nice. And Redcon 1 protein is so hard to get from their site for the UK. Yeah, this is a whey concentrate and a whey isolate. A combination of them two, or just an isolate, is what I would go for. Because with something like this, for 30 grams of a protein, you would get 112 calories, only 2 grams fat, only 1.4 grams of carb, of which sugar is only 1.4, and the protein is 22 grams. You also get in this, which is quite good, is like digestive enzymes, and kind of a whole array of different other stuff, but I don't really look at that. I look at just the sheer protein and digestive enzymes in it. But there is also, I find them hard to get a really good one. I haven't really tried. Is like a casein at night to be slow release. But I found it's hard to get a flavour to put into different things or to have. I always make it too thick, or I haven't really got a good flavour with it yet. So I always just go for an isolate and a concentrate, or just a pure isolate. Someone asked me, why did you shave your hair like you have? I'm just going to explain a couple things. So because of my PTSD and a lot of stress that I have got going on, it is actually, I don't know if you can see in this, but my head here, all at the front and a tiny little bit at the back, is very inflamed and very sore. It's not too bad now because I've been able to get it because my hair is short. So what that was doing in turn is I had a lot of hair. I was trying to get a good proper mohawk going before I went to this and had a proper mohawk. And everywhere else was amazing growth. The front where I had this bad scalp was thinning my hair. So that has actually thinned the hair and made it work, like, not look very good. So I was tempted to shave it all off. My partner and Anna, the owner of the gym and everything else, just said try leaving that bit and get to that with the creams and different other stuff, and go from there. And if it heals good, the stress goes away, etc., or whatever, I can grow this out and just keep this short then. And it gives my head a bit of fucking air at the moment, because I sweat like anything with my intensity in training at the moment. The last one is how many times shall I train legs per week? Well, as I always say, this is very dependent on enhancements and natural on any kind of training aspect. Because if you are natural, your protein synthesis will actually, after training, will cut out or get very low, and after a day or two I will put on some information regarding protein synthesis and training. So what I normally say to natural people is you need to be training them body parts more frequent. So 2 times a week is very beneficial for someone natural. From what I actually realised from podcasts and videos and bodybuilding bollocks with Luke and Fuad, is they reckon to train it, I think legs was, they worked out at like 2.5 per week. So you're thinking a half. So you're training it, like, say you'll train it 3 times 1 week, and then you will train 2 times the next, or something like this. Don't count me to that, because my memory is shit with some stuff like that. But yeah, regarding legs, they are a big part of your body. So if you are natural, you need to train your body parts more frequent, but also legs are a big part of you, so you need to train them hard. My legs ain't that great, and I have been fucking trying since I started in the gym again. My legs, I've been fat, whatever, and I have still always trained legs, and I progressed it to a point where I'm actually seeing good signs from my legs now. So it takes a long fucking time, and it is painful, and it is fucking hard, but it is fucking worth it when you have that fucking symmetry going on, where you have legs to go with the top half. We're not fucking here to be a fucking bottle top, upside down bottle top. This is exactly what pros and everyone says in their podcasts, in their chats, in their videos, is that there is far too many people who don't train legs because it is fucking hard. Sorry, I'm ranting a little bit now, but you need to fucking train them hard, and you need to train them, because you're going to be an upside down fucking bottle top. And to me, I'm in this to look fucking good, and I'm in this to look fucking symmetry, and legs is a big part of your fucking body. As that's over, I probably ranted a little bit. Just going to talk about some more CBD at the end of the video. So obviously I get my CBD from the HEMP Wellness Centre, or the HEMP Centre. I will put a description in there for their Instagram, website, Facebook, because I don't think I've got that right. But I picked up some spray this time, just because I think I am actually probably giving myself too much sometimes when I'm stressed with fucking hell. Well, good video today. I've dropped that. No, I put too many drops in, I think, when I'm stressed out. Got some lollies yesterday, purely I needed a lolly because I was stressed out yesterday. Got some lollies. I think these are natural ones. We normally like the watermelon, and I think I like the other flavour. And yeah, if you go and see them, Great people in that shop, and they will help you out. Just say that, just go in and or message them or ring their phone number on the business and just say, I sent you for some advice and what you need help with. They will help you massively. They've helped me massively with it, and also I go in there on a regular basis, not just to buy that stuff, buy my CBD and that. I go in and talk it to them, and like I went for a health assessment yesterday, and I went in and spoke, and he was just like, well, you seem very calm, and I'm like, well, I am now. I wasn't at the time, and I've been to the gym, and now I've got this lolly in my mouth, or gonna have this lolly and whatever. Is that he's willing to have a chat about stuff and help you and different other stuff, and he's been through stuff, and some of the other people who work in there have also had mental health and different other stuff. That's why they want to work with this shop and work with people to help them. But yeah, thank you very much for watching my videos. I don't know if the quality is that great with these different videos, because I have been trying to use this as well, but I don't seem, the battery doesn't seem to be very good at the moment. I don't know why. It turns on when you try to charge it. So I'm trying to figure that out. I might just give that to my partner to do it, record her practice of her belly dance to make sure that's all right when we move, hopefully, if we get any news. And that's about it, really. That's why the videos might be very different between quality and darkness, lightness, everything else, is that the cameras are very different. I'm just trying to get used to that. This is obviously on my phone. I would do it on this, but it's not too bad in the house, but it doesn't seem to like darkness very good. I need to fiddle around with it a bit and see. Maybe get a battery charger properly for it and see. If not, I'm just going to do my vlogs on my camera and take the big ass SD card I put in there into my phone and swap over, because that's got a 400 massive memory thing in it. But that's the end of this video. Hope you're all keeping well. As always, keep grinding and let's build a bright future with fitness and mental health.